Yo, man, you gotta watch your mouth, you know. You gotta watch your mouth. You think about it, how comes your skin complexion looks like eye? Yo, man, that is stupidity of the highest class. You know, they did the same thing in Africa, man. They bought for us tribes, man. That's why Africa is a very tribalistic nation. These are our identities brought by the white people, man. Yeah, we are tribes, but these tribes were not used for tribalism. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, y'all people better wake up.
What's up, my people? Welcome back to my channel, Yano Show KE. Hope you are good, hope you are fine. I just want to appreciate you for the support you have shown on my channel. So guys, Africans have now come out clearly. They have given a strong message to Black Americans or African Americans living in America that they don't want to be associated with Africans. Africans have now come out clearly with frustration and with a clear message to these African Americans living in USA, or the Black Americans, the African American living in USA. So they have come out clear to tell them that they are welcome in Africa, and they have told them that to stop the diaspora wars. They have also told them that they should come out and know their roots or their ancestry, because they are saying that African Americans don't have culture, don't have their roots, and Africans are willing to welcome them back to their ancestral land. So these African Americans are denying that they are not Africans. So this is a message to all African Americans living in USA, or all the Black Americans, Black people who are there in abroad. So don't go anywhere. Just subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Black Americans, we are not strangers, so we are family. We Africans and you Black Americans, we have walked different paths, but our roots are the same. History tried to divide us through pain, distance, and misunderstandings. But the truth is, we are stronger together. It is time we stop arguing over who had it worse and start focusing on what we can build together. Africa is not a jungle, and you Black Americans are not lost. We are mirrors shaped by our struggles, and in spite of that, we are still shining. Let's put aside our differences and respect each other's boundaries. Once we do that, we can grow, connect better, and build a legacy for ourselves and our future generation. Imagine what we could achieve if we worked as one, trading knowledge, ideas, culture, and strength. Unity doesn't mean we all have to be the same. Unity means we choose respect. From Lagos to Atlanta, from Accra to Detroit. We are not strangers. We are family, and it's time we act like it.
I see so many African Americans saying they are not Africans on the internet. My brothers and sisters, you are West Africans. I see most of you claiming that before the first ship of slaves came in, you had already existed in America. That is not true. Do not be lied to. Africa is the beginning of everything. Even the white man, this is their home. The first creation of human being was done in Africa. The reason why Africa is so blessed is because the Creator provided for the human beings in Africa. Before the continental drift, Africa is the mother. Even a white man, this is their home. African brothers and sisters, we do understand that you do not want to be associated with slave trade, but it's your history. You cannot undo what happened in the past. What matters is where we are going to.
Next thing for Black people in America is survival, resistance, and strategy. Because what they got written in that plan ain't just political, it is cultural warfare. And if you Black in America, this ain't just policy, it's personal. They reprogramming everything that our people fought so hard for over the last 60 years. And it's all about power and control. So if you Black, poor, progressive, gay, whatever you is, they not planning for you to succeed in the future. The plan is to erase your voice. This ain't about the left versus the right. This is about freedom versus control. If they succeed with this, your kids might wake up in an America where being woke is a crime, and where being Black means being invisible. We need to start building locally. City councils, school board meetings, talking to state representatives. That's where we can try to block this agenda and start helping our people on the ground. We need to heavily, aggressively start protecting Black institutions. They need protection because federal dollars and public protection is going to dry up. I suggest you learn some basic survival skills. Be ready to unplug and build from within. Because this ain't about no protest signs. This is about preparedness. Not too late. You heard the warning shots. This is about to become law. So the question is, what happens next? So pay attention.
Black America, Ethiopian here with a message for you. This is going to be about as important of a message as any, and I hope that you lend me an ear. I understand that we have our differences. I understand the grievances that we have as a people from Africa and a people in America. I want to ask you to look past that for 1 second and just hear me out. Right off the bat, I want to acknowledge one thing. For those of you who consider yourself indigenous to America, I want you to know that I respect you. I respect your heritage, your history, and your claim. And I also understand that you will never leave America. You would rather fight and die for this land, and that is commendable, and it is your prerogative. My message to all of you melanated people, my people, is this. Consider a mass exodus to Africa. Hear me out. Before you skip the video, just lend me an ear. Allow me to explain. In this country, for over 600 years, you have been held captive in your own land by a people who refuse to acknowledge your humanity. A people who refuse to accept you as equals. While today they hold $138 trillion in net worth, you have 5.9. I tell you what though, that is still a hell of an accomplishment. With that in mind, I also understand, and you also understand, the only way to get equality and your land back in America is civil war. Because politically, it's never going to happen. Here's my thing. What if I told you the greatest way to defeat colonialism in America is not with your blood, but with your absence? What if I told you that you have an alternative to civil war? What if I told you that alternative is Africa? Hear me out. Your community is worth $5.9 trillion. If you today decided to band together under one accord as a black people in America and decided to conduct a mass exodus to Africa, let me show you what you can build for yourself with just a fraction of your wealth. Here's what 14 billion African dollars can build in Africa. Keep in mind, your net worth is 5.9 trillion USD. This is what 14 billion African dollars can build.
Kanza Technopolis. The vision of the Kenyan government is to build a broader city from scratch to bring research, universities, industry, and government together. The city will be modeled after Silicon Valley in the United States, so it has been nicknamed the African Silicon Savannah. Kanza Technopolis, previously called Kanza Technology City, has been in development for 15 years, and it is set to position Kenya as a technology leader in Africa and globally. In 2008, plans for Kanza City were first revealed as part of Kenya's Vision 2030, a government-led development program with the declared goal of transforming Kenya into a middle-income country.
Are you following me? With a fraction of your wealth, a $14 billion investment from the black community in America into Africa can not only purchase you land, but it can purchase you an entire city. An entire city in which you can build your own banks, your own educational institutions, your own police, your own everything. But why stop there? With the collaboration of the 54 countries on the African continent to relocate your community to Africa, to expropriate land to you, for your own use and your own benefit to help build a Black American society in Africa. The continent of Africa will surround you with open arms and create a pathway for you to not just build your own cities, but eventually one day your own state and your own country. Free from Europeans, surrounded by people who look like you, who walk like you, who walk in the same skin, though we have different cultures. Think about this. Your salvation can be in Africa. Moses took his people out of Egypt to save them from the Pharaoh. How would this be any different today? Are you not under the thumb of today's Pharaoh? Are you not Hebrew Israelites? A mass exodus at this point is absolutely mandatory and should be on your list of things to do. History repeats itself every time. And sometimes we need somebody on the outside to remind us the options that we have. Your destiny is not to perish in America, fighting for dirt. Your destiny is to one day rule the world with the people who look like you. You have an alternative to war. It is your presence in America that makes this country great. Without your presence, this country is nothing but just another European colony. Take your presence where it is wanted, where it can thrive. You have a continent at your disposal that will expropriate land to you. Contact the consulates. Contact the countries you want to make a deal with. Invest in real estate in these countries. Invest in real estate offices. Build offices in which you can take and export physical labor, non-ether beings from America, take them to Africa where they can work in these real estate offices and build properties, buy land, and eventually migrate slowly but surely and integrate with the continent of Africa to build your own state and eventually your own country. It's a scary thing to think about. I know. You're so used to where you are and you're not willing to part with it. I get it. My people went through that. My parents came here in '99 from Africa when a major civil war broke out in Ethiopia. Grandma was too old to hustle and tussle with the young folk, and she had a baby. Me. She already raised her children, but she couldn't see me suffer through that shit, so she brought me here. I know what it's like to relocate somewhere. I know how scary it can be, how taxing it can be, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But integration ain't shit but a matter of time. It's something you can accomplish in a matter of time. It's nothing. I came here not speaking a lick of English. Look at me now. You can't distinguish me from any other African American. Maybe my forehead. But you know what I'm saying? Integration can be scary, but it can be done. And if you are tired of suffering at the hands of people who see you as animals and will never see you as human beings, please consider what I'm telling you. Contact the African governments. Make a deal for them to expropriate land to you. Build real estate offices, build hospitals, invest in schools, create your communities, integrate and migrate to Africa, and build your Wakanda amongst people who look and live like you. A people who can cherish your existence rather than looking at you like you are a stain. Yes, I know we have some Africans online talking a bunch of shit. But we would deal with those people on our own accord. Don't worry about that. There are haters everywhere. There are haters amongst you in your own communities who hate black people. Hate is everywhere, no matter what culture you go to. Even within your own culture, there are people who hate themselves. So don't let that be the reason why you're afraid. You can overcome that. That's nothing. There are 3.4 billion people in Africa today. A small fraction of those people are the people we're talking about. They don't matter. The future you can build for yourself in Africa is 100 times more beneficial than a future you will have in America. Think about this. You can slowly build yourself up into a state, into a nation, into a country. Free from the interference of Europeans. Surrounded by the love of your non-ether beings. The greatest way to defeat colonialism in America is to cease being its slave and grant them the gift of your absence, not the benefit of your blood. Please think about this offer. Africa is calling you. We're waiting for you. You have an alternative. You don't have to die in America. Come live in Africa.
Of America, right? But what is the culture? Bro, let me educate you. Every culture starts from a language, a tribe. Every tribe have a language. What is it? Apart from English, what other language do Americans speak? The black Americans. The Mexicans in America speak Spanish. They have something they speak outside English. The Asians the Chinese, everybody speak their language outside English. What do you speak? What is the trace of your culture you're talking about? What is American culture? I want to know, what is the black American culture? I keep hearing this culture. Bro, the black Americans are the culture, maybe baby mama culture. You know, baby single women having 3 kids. That's probably their culture. Or the numbers of the highest incarcerated black young men in America. That's their culture. I don't know. Is it the pum culture? The gang banging culture? Is that the culture? Bro, the black American culture is about wearing, let's say, wearing the Nikes, wearing they want to be on the trend game, you know? These are the culture. But I don't know why the black Americans feel like they should be the center of black people around the world, or they should be the face of black people around the world. Why? Bro, you can have your face. See, you don't even have to declare yourself that you are not African, you are not African American. Bro, nobody give a flying damn about what you think about yourself. That's your own opinion and your own mentality, your own narrative of everything, how you are. That nobody cares. But bringing all your fights about Africa, bro, I don't get it. You talk about culture every time. What is the culture? I want to know. Genuinely, I'm asking. The hip hop. You want to say the hip hop? The music is your culture. I don't get it. Eminem is not black, but he do more hip hop probably than the black Americans. I don't get the culture you're talking about. Maybe because you guys dominate the basketball, the sports game in America. You guys dominate. Is that the culture? Sport is not culture, bro. Let me educate you. You don't have any language you speak outside English. You don't have a tribe. Culture has traces. You don't have any culture, but you always say culture. Bro, you don't have culture. Your culture is about dressing, looking nice, and wearing Nikes. They will tell you that they have the Nike. Bro, Nike is owned by a white man. I want to educate you on that too. The Nike is owned by a white man. They will tell you, hey, Michael Jordan.
I greet you, my children, on both shores of the same ocean. I am Gogo, also called Big Mama by those who feel my embrace in spirit. I come wrapped in the prayers of the ancestors. I speak from the silence between your arguments, from the altars you pass by every day. I speak for the ones whose bones lie in both American soil and African earth. I have watched what you now call these diaspora wars. I've seen the names you throw like stones, the hurt behind the pride, the bruises behind the banter. But hear me well, this is not war, my babies. This is grief. My African American children, you are the descendants of the stolen, born in the belly of a country that profited from your bondage, and yet still you rise. You create rhythms from chains. You speak life through pain. You conjure beauty from struggle. You have marched, mourned, danced, wept, and still stand, still bold, still brilliant, still magic. And you, my South African children, you have endured the sharp teeth of apartheid, the tight grip of colonization and the slow unraveling of liberation. And yet you kept your languages, you kept your names, you kept your rituals. You did not forget who you are, even when the South African regime tried to rewrite your story. But now you face each other, not as kin, but as enemies. You mock, you shame, you shout across the void of your own wounds and wonder why no one hears. Some say the Zulu parade is offensive, others say the reaction is cruel. What I say is this: when two injured souls speak, it is not truth that comes out, it is trauma. Yes, blackface is painful. Yes, mockery of American black suffering is shameful. And yes, ignorance exists on both sides of the water. But here, go Big Mama now. Your pain is not each other's enemy. Your true enemy is the lie that you are not connected. You were always connected. From the plantations of the South to the mountains of KwaZulu-Natal, from Congo Square to the kingdoms of Mali, from the slave ports of Ghana to the jazz clubs of New York. You were never meant to forget each other. So what do we do now, children? You listen deeper, you speak gentler, you teach without condescension, you ask questions before casting judgments. You remember that culture is not a costume, but a living spirit. And pain, when honored, becomes a pathway, not a prison. Let us not inherit division. Let us inherit dignity. Let us not perform solidarity. We must embody it. I am Gogo, Big Mama. I have held too many of your mothers while they wept. I have danced behind too many funeral processions. I have whispered in the ears of too many babies while they slept. And I say now, enough. Enough fighting over who suffered more. Enough shaming each other's scars. You both carry sacred wounds. You both carry sacred gifts. Now come back to the fire, come back to the drum, come back to the circle, even if that circle looks like a computer screen. Let your words online be sacred, not sharp. Let your posts be prayers, not poison. May your comments carry the spirit of the ancestors, not the sting of your pain. Let us remember how to sing the songs that heal us, even here in this internet village together.
So a few days ago, I made a video to African Americans that are looking to visit Africa or South Africa or looking to move to South Africa, right? And obviously I had a lot of comments and a lot of questions. But there was one specific comment that was made by multiple people that stood out to me the most. And this was, I remember the first person that posted it was a gentleman, and he said how I would like to belong to a specific tribe, or how I would like to be assumed to belong to a specific tribe. And that hit me. It hit me so hard, because at that moment I realized that I don't think we truly understand how much African Americans have lost through slavery. You know, being stripped of your culture, losing your traditions, losing your family members, there's so much that was lost within all of that, you know, and just someone assuming you to belong to an African tribe makes you feel like that is my people. And the thing is, we are your people, you know, you do belong, and you never should have to feel like you don't belong. And I get very sad when I thought about it, because I thought that at the end of the day, you know, no one that has been dispossessed should ever have to protest to belong to where it is that they come from. No one. No one should ever have to feel like they need to protest to belong to where it is that they come from. So I can tell you now, from myself as an African, as a South African, that if you do happen to come to South Africa, you will realize that Africans will embrace you, that Africans understand that you are one of our own. You will understand and see how much love you will get from Africans. And I think it will be very overwhelming, and you will understand that You know, this that they taught you that Africans do not like or love African Americans is probably one of the biggest lie that they told you. God. But you are loved and you are so welcome in your land, you know, because you are from here, you belong here. Your people are here, your culture is here, your tradition is here. So if someone assumes you to belong to a specific tribe, it's because you belong here, you know, it's because you're one of our own, you look like us, you know. So in East Africa, they say Karibu Sana, which means you are welcome. And from myself, I'd like to say, you are most welcome in South Africa, in Africa, because you are one of us. You've always been one of us. And I don't ever want anyone or African American to feel like you don't belong.
I'm talking directly to the black people in America. I'm not gonna say black American, black people in America. You keep denying yourself that you are not African. I mean, I don't have no problem with that because you never been there, you wasn't born there, your parent maybe was not born there, but your ancestor, where the hell they coming from? It's clear that the white people don't want you here. So, don't you realize you are the only people on earth that doesn't have a nationality? You don't know who you are. The black African try to claim you as their brothers, but you say you are not African. You don't want to be part of the African cultures. I mean, you need to stop and think, who the hell are you? Where the hell are you came from? Where you come from? You're not African. And American don't want you. And I was listening to an idiot the other day. He said he's not American, but he's a black American. He's African American. What the heck? You are African American, but you're not African. You're talking about African don't grow Afro. Afro, where the hell Afro come from? What? The word Afro come from Africa. We need to stop this bullshit that's going on. This is some bullshit. We need to realize it's time to come together. It's time to come together as black people, wherever you are, wherever you was born. I was born in Haiti. I live in America right now. I have a place to go if I decided to go home. What about you? What if Trump said he's gonna just kick all black people out? Where the hell are you gonna send you? He gonna dump you in the sea? You need to wake up as black people. You need to wake up. It's time to come together to claim what ours. To claim what ours. Come together. It's not time to fight over stupid nationality. You call yourself African American and then you deny it at the same time you're not African. You need to relearn your story, okay? I'm gonna salute to Captain Ibrahim Traore, who's getting home ready for me. He's building home. Burkina Faso, kudos to you. I salute you. Peace.
Hello, my all Emmanuel Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Yeah, man. This is a message to your black people in the United States of America. I hear some of y'all talking, some of y'all is saying that y'all ain't Africans and y'all ain't black and we is just whack people. Yo, man, you gotta watch your mouth, you know. You gotta watch your mouth. You think about it, how comes your skin complexion looks like I? Yo, man, that is stupidity of the highest class. You know, they did the same thing in Africa, man. They bought for us tribes, man. That's why Africa is a very tribalistic nation. These are our identities brought by the white people, man. Yeah, we are tribes, but these tribes were not used for tribalism. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, y'all people better wake up. We are melanated people, man. We got melanin people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if Africa, by the way, Africa is not the first landmass. Atlantis was. Africa is not the first landmass. You know what I mean? Atlantis was. Why don't you talk about Atlantis? You're just talking about Africa. Yeah, this thing. Don't you know that the continent split up? All these continents was one landmass. It was known as Lemuria. Lemuria. So where are you going to talk about your Africans in Africa, your Africans in the US, if we are living in Lemuria? So stop the stupidity. Let us wake up, black people. We're one people. You know what I mean? So your life is not about the physicalities. Your soul, man. Your goddamn soul. You know? You mean the black people in America, they're the first to go to heaven. They're the first to go to Shambhala. They're the first to go to Nyantolo. Y'all better wake up. What is the crime with the black people in Africa? Your people don't want to associate with black people in Africa because y'all think we just so backward. Y'all think we ignorant, and y'all think we just messed up. And that's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. Africa is one of the richest continent, man. Don't let them fool you in your goddamn schools. Don't let them fool you, man. We're one people. I'm here to connect that dot, man. This is history that is never taught in your schools. They even destroyed books to prove the history of slavery. Now I hear some of your sick people in the mind, even refusing there was no slavery. You better wake up. Shut that hell up. Yo, man, you gotta wake up. Africans in America, black people, you don't want to be called Africans, but you're still black. Even we in Africa, by the way, Africa is not the name of this land also. Remember Al-Kebo land? Yeah, man. So what you gonna tell me about Al-Kebo land? Your people in the United States of America. Yeah, man. Can't you see the Egypt in America and the Egypt in Africa? They're even the ramen, the pharaohs, the kings, the pyramids. Can't you see that? And what's the difference? God damn it. Yo, man, this is a message straight. This is time for unity. We gotta unite. And we want to see a world where we live peacefully, black or white, you know, whether you're brown skin or you're deep black skin. We want to live in that world. We don't want to live in a world of tribalism, racism, spookism, and all of that. All Emmanuel Selassie, Rastafari.